Hiya, so today I'm just going to show you how I refill my onestrokes. This one has a neon colour, and as you'll probably know, neons tend to wear down quicker than other colours, and these are pretty much all used up. So what you want to do first is clean it. You get a lot of crud in the corners and you might get like random hairs, or that's a little bit speck of glitter in there that needs digging out. So first I like to clean it. I use a blunt knife like this, and once I've removed all the crud from the corners, I like to give it a wipe over just to make sure it's really clean. You can use a slightly damp cloth, or if you're lazy like me, a wet wipe. This can help you see what the original colours are and the placement of the colours. It's hard to see, but the neon, the second pink in, is lower than the rest of the colours. So first you need to find out what colour that is that needs replacing. A little bit tricky with this one because Fusion has two neon pinks. One's called Magenta and one's called Neon Pink. I think in this case though it's the neon pink. Hard to tell on this camera, but that looks the closest colour. So in this one I'm going to use what I call the Play-Doh technique. So I'm just going to take a chunk of paint out, and you can squish it around and mould it into like a sausage shape. A little bit messy, as you can see, getting pink paint on my fingers, but quite effective. Now different paints and even different colours within the same brand will have different textures, so this method isn't suitable for all paints and all colours. This one does have a nice sort of Play-Doh consistency though, which lets you do it. So I've made a little sausage the right length, and I've just popped it in on top. Just patting it down so it doesn't move around. Like I said, you can see that I've got a lot of paint on my fingers now, so I'm going to get some cling film. This is cling film that I use just for face painting. I don't use it for cooking because I'm touching it with painty fingers. So get a little square of cling film and pop that on top. And then you can push all the colours down then without worrying about getting paint on your fingers and then getting that paint on top of other colours and making it all dirty. And then I like to rub it up and down like this. This really helps push out any bubbles that might be in there or any cracks or gaps, because you don't want water from your brush seeping down in between the colours and making the paint mushy and not drying out in between use. And there we go, one refilled one stroke. And we're also going to do this one, which is a rainbow one, which is neon pink, neon orange, neon yellow, turquoise and purple. I've just removed the orange and yellow completely because they were all mushy and not in the right place, and sometimes it's just easier to scrape it out. I've cleaned the sides and wiped down the top of the paint. Here you can see me measuring out the size. This is the second method where if you have like more brittle paint that you can't use the Play-Doh method with, you just literally cut out little rectangles and slot it in. So I'm just measuring the length of the container, just squaring up the shape. I personally like the yellow to be wider than the other colours because yellow gets taken over by the other colours quite easily, so you need more of it. This is one reason why I like making my own split cakes, because then I can make custom things like this. So I've gone for quite a chunky piece, and this is why I'm starting with the middle colour as well, because I get the middle in there nice and wide, and then I can put smaller amounts of the other colours either side. So there we go, one long rectangle, just giving it a little squish just for the little flaky bits, just making it neat. And just giving it a little pat down so it doesn't move around. Then on to the next colour, neon orange. Again, getting the container to help me roughly work out the size. Now this doesn't go quite to plan because this orange is a little bit more softer and squidgier, as you'll see in a minute when I try to pull it out. Like I said, all the different colours and different makes have different consistencies. It takes a lot of experimenting with to find the right brands and colours. See, didn't quite work out, but because it is soft, you can use the Play-Doh method. Kind of roll it around into a sausage shape again. I'm trying to do this in a way that you can see. I'm failing miserably. Getting my big sausage hands in the way of the camera a lot. My sausages got a little bit stretched and a little bit too big, but no worries, you can always cut off any excess. I've kind of got it in there, just giving it a little pat down to hold it in place. You can get your knife and reposition it, straighten it up if needed. There we go, getting there. Right, I've jumped ahead and I've added the other colours. Didn't go quite to plan because I'm trying to film it and do it at the same time, which I'm not great at. I mean, the purple's gone a little bit thicker than what I would like. I think I would like the yellow a little bit wider, but it'll still work. I'm putting the cling film on again, or as the Americans say, saran wrap. I'm just compacting it all down, squishing it down into place. And there we go, that's how you do it. Well, that's how I do it anyway. I hope this video helps. Obviously different one strokes have different amount of colours in, so you might have 3 colours, you might have 4 colours, 5 colours. I wouldn't personally try and do more than 5 because you're going to be cutting out very small slithers. But I use a lot of paint, so it helps me a lot to refill it myself. And there we go. That's how you do it. Good luck, guys.